Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Russian Tier 7 heavy tank, the Dreadnought. Now, we should all know the Dreadnought by now. Derp is love, derp is life. It's a derp gun, it hits hard, it's a KV2, up tier to Tier 7, with the Slayer SU-152's version of the 152mm gun, which has 175 pen AP, 250 heat pen, which is nutty, and then the standard 86 pen HE or whatever it is that the 152mm gun on the KV2 gets. And the Dreadnought has always been one of those tanks that, ever since it came out, it is just a nutty, nutty tank, because realistically, for such a good high pen 700 alpha gun at the tier, right? Because I mean 170 pen or 175 pen, whatever, for 700 alpha is pretty gnarly, realistically, for a heavy tank at this tier. And then the fact that you can just load 250 heat pen, sorry, for the 700 alpha is just crazy. And as you can see, you go against tier 5s and 6s, you just one-shot them. You just simply one-shot them. And yeah, there's not much they can do, because against tier 5s and 6s, you are going to pen them pretty much every time with AP. And with heat, you can pen most tier 9s with the 250 pen heat. And it's not the slowest either, so it's one of those things that's kind of crazy, because it does never feel like that horrific. Now, don't get me wrong, the Dreadnought is a derp gun, right? So it will derp shells here and there into the floor that you go, how, why? But for the most part, when you get this gun fully aimed in, it never feels that bad. And especially since 6.0, that it's just pretty nutty. I did end up having two replays to make a video on this tank in, and I ended up giving them to Randy, so I will say go check out his video in the Dreadnought. He did a giveaway for it. The giveaway is over now because it was a couple of weeks ago now. But go check out his video on the Dreadnought. You'll see two of the good games I had with him while he was trying to get replays for it, and he was himself getting very frustrated while playing this tank, getting those replays, which is why I ended up giving them to him, because I felt quite bad because I had those pretty good replays with him. But we still go on, and I had this game and another game that you're going to see, which was actually on stream the other day, which were pretty damn nice games, and it was like, well, why not? Because we all love Derp, we all know it's life, and Derp replays are the best, right? They really are. And yeah, so the Dreadnought, in terms of crew, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Trap Mechanic, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Off-Road Driving. Pretty typical heavy tank setup for me. Off-Road Driving to just help my ground resistances, to help me get to my top speed easier. All the gun perks, because it is a derp gun. I want to make my gun as good as humanly possible. And then I take trap, because I have been taking trap mechanic off stuff. I don't take that trap mechanic off for heavy tanks, for the ability to get my tracks back on quicker when you get tracked, because naturally as a heavy tank you tend to brawl a lot more. And in terms of equipment, I run the advanced loader, the advanced reload, which is the ammo swapper, and optics. Optics to be able to spot for myself, because I know I'm a heavy tank and I should be brawling at the front lines, but there are way too many situations where you do need to be able to spot for yourself, and even though you're on the front line, you'll still get massively outspotted, and you want to be able to spot for yourself, especially in a heavy tank like this that doesn't actually have much view range to start off with. Ammo swapper, because you have AP, heat, and HE. HE is very useful in this tank in a lot of situations. Same as the heat is when you're bottom tier, and same as the AP is when you are top tier. And you can just switch between them freely to be able to do what you want. So in this game so far, we're up to 2.7k damage with 6 kills, and there's only 4 tanks left on the enemy team, and I'm looking at this going, I could get some more kills here, and we managed to get a nice shot. This is where the gun was nice for us in RNG. Managed to sling that shell straight into the Jackal, put us on 3.3k damage, 7 kills, and I'm going, this is a Radley Walters time now. I could get a Radley's here. I've got to go and get some kills. So we're going in on this Tiger P. Then we spot the Tiger 131 at the back, and it's like, that is the chance. Sling the shell. Don't even aim it, because I was thinking he was going to die. And we managed to get the kill there to shut him down. That puts us on to 8 kills for a Radley Walters, which is always delightful. And I'm looking at this Tiger P going, please let me kill him. And we unfortunately don't manage to get there to get the kill. But we do finish the game with a really nice total for the Dreadnought. Definitely a nice kill total. It's always great when you get 8 kills. Finisher 8 kills, 3.6k damage. Devastator, Pascucci's, Radley Walters, Top Gun, High Caliber. First class for 1709 base XP. Well, 1709 base XP is fairly low. But 8 kills, and we got first class. Is what it is. We'll take it for the Radley Walters. It's always great to get a Radley Walters medal. Always. And now we're on to the second replay. And the second replay, we are on Great Wall. And this is the game that I had on stream the other day. So if you want to go check it out, see what was going off live, you'll see what happened. But you're going to see what happened already here. And we are going to go to the heavy tank area along the JK line. Now, when I go down the JK line on Great Wall, obviously, naturally, there is 2 different things you can do. You can either go to J2, or you can go up the hill and fight at H3. Now, the last couple of times I've been to J2, it's not gone very well. And we've all died very, very quickly. That's not really the position's fault. It's just that sometimes, and it happens just like this on Hidden Village, to be honest, sometimes teams don't push up to the ridge lines. They sort of sit behind that rock that's down there. And then once they sit behind that rock, they completely give up the position to the enemy team, who then sit there hull down, laughing and just killing everyone, right? Which is really awkward. It's the same on Hidden Village, what happens when you get up on the top flank and snapshot. That didn't pen. I mean, number 1, that didn't pen. Really sad. Number 2, how did we even hit that shot? Behave, Dreadnought. Anyway, sorry. Hidden Village, that heavy tank flank where there's that rock on top of a little ridge. Everyone seems to sit behind the 2 other rocks before getting towards that ridge. And then by doing that, you tend to just give up the flank entirely. And that does tend to happen on Great Wall as well, where everyone will sit behind a rock at J2, and then they give up the hull down ability on that rock, and it gets really awkward, and you can die very easily. So I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm coming up here, and we managed to get up here, and 2-shot the poor Tiger 1, but we end up losing most of our hit points to these 2 light tanks, who were being shot at by both the TD and the light tank, but they shot at me for some reason, and we've lost most of our hit points, which is not helpful. But we're up to 1300 damage with a kill. And so far, this game has been pretty terrible. Because, sure, oh my god, that's a Jackson, we could die here. Thankfully not. Thank you, RNG. That could have gone one of 2 ways. Number 1, RNG laughs at us and we missed him. Number 2, we kill him. But yeah, so right now, we want to make this game better than it already has. Because it's been a pretty terrible game so far. To have only 1600 damage and no hit points whatsoever is not a good start. But we're going to come up down here and be flanked behind these guys. And we get a nice shot into that Guardian STG, which tracks him in place and sets him on fire. And we'll take that kill on that tier 8 tank with that fire. Absolutely beautiful. We load the HE because I don't want the horribleness of just hitting a wheelie boy and only damaging the wheels. And I know that if I just hit him with a HE, I will kill him. We're just being careful of the 2 TDs on our right as well. We're just being very, very mindful of that, because realistically that could be the end of us. We take our time to just get the shell aimed in, and we get very, very lucky that both the Scorpion and the Hellcat missed, or should I say the Hellcat only tracked us. But we had to make sure that the shell was going to go into that Hellcat, and we actually managed to one-shot the poor guy as well. The EBR Hotchkiss gets shut down by the Nashorn, which is behind us. We have HE in, because we know we can pen that Scorpion with the HE. Well, actually, we ended up loading AP in the end to do it, because he ended up with low enough hit points. But we shut down that Scorpion that started to come in on us, and we're up to 5 kills with 3.7k damage. We know the 2 TDs on our right are dead now, which is good, which means I can try and flex around to get some shots at the back of this CS53 and 50TP prototype. So that heavy tank down there, the Samua, is starting to get ganked. I think maybe I can get a surprise shot into the back of this CS53 before he gets safe. But unfortunately, that Samua gets shut down. We try and snap the shot at the CS53, and I'm looking at this going, oh, goodness me, I could die here. Don't die, don't hit me, please don't snapshot me. And that's exactly what's going through my head. I'm like, please don't snapshot me, run, run, run. And thankfully, we just get back behind this little mound, which is exactly why I was turning when I took the shot. I was turning to make sure that I could try and run away if I fired and missed. But he ended up giving me the slimmer shot before I managed to fully turn around. We load the HE because I think, oh, splashing the back of the 50 TP prototype, I should be able to just finish off that 50 TP easily with a splash in the back of the HE, but unfortunately we don't quite roll high enough to kill him, which is sad. And that means that this SU-100 is alone, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I want to get up behind these guys and help them. I realise, no, that's not probably, it's just definitely probably not a good idea. Because that SU-100 gets shut down, and my thoughts exactly now are, they're just going to turn around and shoot me if I go towards them and I'm out in the open. And that's the end of my game very, very quickly, and that's the loss in the bag probably. So fortunately, as you can see, it was a good idea to pull back, and we get a nice big shot into that CS-53, which sets him on fire and shuts him down, which is absolutely delightful. Now that 50 TP prototype is looking like it was charging towards us, so we load the HE because we only have to splash him to kill him, sling the shot in, and we shut down that 50 TP prototype. And just like that, we've managed to turn this game around from what looked like a pretty terrible game at one point to a pretty damn mega game at tier 7, which is 5,000 damage and 7 kills. There's only one tank left on the enemy team, and that is the Churchill 7 that we've just seen at C5. And we're going to charge round to see if we can get there, because it'd be nice to be able to get another 8 kills, get another Radley Walters. But looking at where the TD is and where the light tank is, the likelihood of me getting round there is very, very unlikely. And unfortunately, we don't get there to get the kill. But we do finish with an absolutely fantastic game in the Dreadnought anyway. Memely great, as always. Some nice RNG in this game. We finished with the victory. Top of the team, 7 kills, 5,017 damage. The nice amount of credits, actually, for a tier 7 heavy tank as well. Finished with the Devastator, Ace Tanker, Sniper, High Caliber, Top Gun, 2,383 base XP, a really big game for the Dreadnought. Hella fun. Derp is love, Derp is life. This tank is utterly fantastic. It always has been, probably always will be. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!